What's up, everyone? This is Mike reporting live for today's advertising report card. We're going to be jumping in Facebook in the health and fitness space. Let me share my screen, and we're going to dive right in. So first things first, I backed out all of the ads into a spreadsheet from Facebook, and what we found on the zero-click report, which what you can do is take every single ad you're running and sort it by how many clicks it gets to find the ones that are spending money and not getting any clicks. So what we can do to even make this more specific, as you can see, we already have a delivery report here to discuss those ones that aren't delivering. Let's look at these that are active and not spending. So let's start with New Dimension. That's the one that caught my eye out of the gate here. This is the health fitness space. We have a couple ad sets running that are spending a little bit of money, not a lot of money, but they're not producing. And what happens if you combine the CPMs and the actual amount spent, it's nominal, but it's not going to help. And making sure that we allocate all the budget in the right direction is really what we'd like to accomplish. So let's hop in here and take a closer look. As you can see here, we have the main campaign. We're going to dive in here, and you can see we have some pretty good performance from the IG engagement ad set. So let's hop back into the report, look at the ad set. IG engagement, IG engagement, IG engagement. So that is going to lead me to believe that we have multiple ads inside of the ad set. So let's click in here again, take a peek and see what we're looking at here. All right. So let's sort by results. Looks like one ad out of 15, these are all, no, out of 13, because there's two paws down here, is producing conversions. Now, look at that cost per lead. That's not bad. But if you leave all this other stuff in there, it's not producing. So it's one of those things where you're not sure if it's worth keeping. Now you can see here that we have a couple signals coming in from another ad here for the Mace swing. Most likely that is due to the actual content. So let's take a look and see what this Mace swing looks like creative. Please stand by. Having Zoom on while recording these things always makes it just a little slow. So that is an interesting piece of content. Not sure outside of this I've ever seen an ad quite like that. So the reason why it's interesting is because of the creative, the motion, the stuff that this guy's doing seems to be engaging. Let's take a look. It looks like the average view time was half that of this. You can see that the numbers are really low, so you're not getting a good look there. More link clicks. You know what? We're going to take a look in the columns. We're going to change this to engagement. As you can see here, the steel Mace swing is the most engaging ad because it's cool. It's interesting. You don't really know exactly what you're looking at until you read the ad, which is helpful. It's the only, well, we got one right down here that got to share as well. Also generated top link clicks out of the group. I wonder if we can get more time on this. Much better way. Okay. So now I'm not exactly sure when all these ads started running. This one clearly in the lifetime of this ad set does not get the lion's share of the clicks. It's this one. Let's take a look at this ad. Well, it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but it's basically a compilation of all the workouts for them. I would say that's maybe one of the longer running ads just because of the numbers in itself. Let's look at the spend, which is another way of finding that out. Yeah, way more impressions. I would imagine that this was probably the first ad that was in the ad set. Interesting thing about this ad in particular is how much it's spent and how little of results it's produced. So let's look at the lifespan of this account and talk about optimizing it. Right now we have $100 per lead and $11 per lead. That means that for the exact same amount of money to get one lead on this ad, you could get effectively 9 leads from this ad, 10 leads if you want to round up. So with that being said, we also have a $13 per lead here, and then we have a couple 31s. Now this, sometimes if it's on the fringe, like if this popped one lead, then all of a sudden this would go down to $15, $16 per lead. So it's kind of, might want to let it run a little bit longer. A lot of people believe in pausing ads that don't perform after $20 are spent. In this instance, because we have such a fluctuation, I'd wait to see if this got up to 50 or 40-ish area before pausing them, just to see if it gets one more lead. It's going to have the cost per lead, and that's actually worth keeping. Don't let the data fool you out of the gate. We have an ad here that is also quality-wise above average, but doesn't look like it's had as much of an opportunity to spend. Let's sort by spend and take a closer look at that. Yep, it's spent less than the average bear. So we're going to want to give this one a little bit more action. As you can see here as well, it's got more link clicks as well. So the end result from this, what I'm going to be doing is taking the top 3 to 4 ads out of this group, pausing the rest, and I want to break the ad sets out to have an individual ad inside of each ad set so that we can adjust the budget for those individual ads and help them scale. The interesting thing about this ad set is that it has ads in it that are absolutely killing it, and then it has ads that aren't, and then it has ads that are live that really aren't doing much at all. The ideal situation is to follow the rule of 80-20, pause 80% of what doesn't work, keep the 20% and expand it and test against it, and then take the top 20% of that, pause the rest, and keep scaling those campaigns. Keep adding budget to the individual ads as well. That way you'll be able to scale the ad sets without breaking the optimization or the algorithm that Facebook puts into each ad set. Fun fact, if you move your Facebook budget more than 10% in a day, it actually resets the learning phase. Even though it might not say it underneath the delivery status, it will change the optimization, which is why if you've ever tried to double the budget on an ad set, it could completely destroy your performance. So that's another reason too about having these individual ad sets with the ads that are performing. You can start an ad set, throw a bunch of ads in there, and let's see what comes out on top. If anything does come out on top, it's really ideal to break it out and then scale it from there. Another reason being is that if you have 4 ads that are performing and for whatever reason one ad stops performing or falls out of fashion, if you have to duplicate that ad set with the performing ads and while you pause the other ad, that also alters the optimization. Likewise, the third aspect of this is if you have multiple ads in an ad set and you pause any of the ads, it can affect the ad set's optimization. Very finicky system Facebook is. It's not just posting up an image and hoping it produces. Sometimes you guys can be lucky enough to accomplish that, but when it comes to actually scaling accounts like this one, what we're really gonna wanna do is see if we can increase the leads for the same amount of spend by up to 8 to 9 times. So almost 10 times the production just from going through here and vetting it and then coming up with a plan of action. If you have any questions about this ad report, you let me know. Otherwise, you can take this information. You can do it yourself, follow those exact steps that I said with breaking out the ads. You can bring it to your agency and let the agency take care of it because this video will guide them on exactly what to do. Or if you want me to take care of it, I'm here for you. So at any rate, this is Advertiser Report Card. My name is Mike, signing off. Have a good one. See ya, boy.